Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo buddhaya, namo dhammaya, namo sankhaya. Thank you all for joining us. Good morning to everyone on the east side of the world. Good good morning across the world. It's 12 anyways. Good morning to everybody. Tonight is Austin's last night. Um, last night here in Florida. I wanted to capture this moment with all of you because Austin has to leave soon to pack and ready to return back to California for his nurse practitioner program. Um, I this was such a very necessary break for both of us together and meditating together. Um, the fact that Austin revisited meditation again, he's not a regular practitioner. It's a rare thing he meditates actually, but the fact that with the one guided meditation over the past couple of days, um, the peace that he felt, the immediate peace that he felt, a lot to be said about that. But I'm trying to make this short, concise, and to the point. Is that you don't have to. Anyone can stop where they're at in life, try meditation, and for some of you, you can actually achieve peace just that quick, like Austin.
Benefit
Yeah,
from it.
I believe that across all the measurements, that what Austin's been through in life, the good, the bad, the ugly, the first noble truth, the second noble truth, and finally meeting me with probably the third noble truth, however you want to put it, that his mind was ripened, good causes and conditions, right causes and conditions, peace. We were in the parking lot across the street, and clearly everyone saw that we didn't want to leave with all of the factors and conditions that was out there. We obviously didn't want to leave. We literally created our own little heaven in the parking lot, on the asphalt, on the floor, barefooted. So it's just to show you that it is, you don't have to be in comfy zone. You can literally in the parking lot and like on the sand, on the grass, and achieve peace, sustained peace for quite a good minute. The Buddha taught us not to even cling on and grasp on to peace itself, but it was so pleasant.
It was.
And the Austin has a very unique way of using adjectives to explain his experience, and he said it felt like you went to, what did you say, a house party or something,
No.
and you
no,
came home
no.
relaxed. What did you
Oh,
say
this was off
yesterday?
camera. I was saying that if you've had like a good night, good company, you feel good, you look good, everything is good after the night. When you're coming home and you're just like like glazed eyes, your skin feels nice. You're coming in, you just feel refreshed and good feeling, like a refreshed, recharged, ready to take on whatever's coming.
Surprised me. I'm not very easily surprised. And just the fact that his reported multiple experience with me during the short time we have together makes. Can I express myself, y'all? I was like this, but in my mind though. Also, I didn't drop my jaw, but trust me, I didn't want to leave because I was still trying to like, what? Wow, really? Um, it was just beautiful to dedicate my life as a monk to teach meditation and just to have that result, just to have that instant result. It made the totality of my life dedicated to this practice well worth it. Just to have that instant result. It made the totality of my life dedicated to this practice well worth it. Anyways, Austin and I have 15 years, probably more than 15 years, on or about 15 years of history together as good best friends growing up, as we grew up in when we were like 18, 19, 20 years old in that arena. And he holds a lot of information about me. So whoever wants to write a book about me, and or if I die, this is the guy you want to interview.
I do know a lot of information about you, yes.
Yes, good intimate information. And I'm saying this in front of the whole world on YouTube and everything else is because I have nothing to hide. And Austin will have no problem telling you the good, the bad, and the ugly about me, and how much I gave in my life.
Mm.
The This never ending give, never tired of giving in my life. Not only he benefited himself, but other people around me, and that we share stories. I mean, how would you share stories with your best friend? This is my best friend. Rare that has our chronological timeline has stretched for so long, staying in constant contact, and at times not in constant contact, and apart and far away, and through the thick and thin, through the First Noble Truth. It's a very the richness of our history together. And if you're ever summoned, or if you're ever been subpoenaed down the road to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God, Buddha Dhamma, Triple Gem, you would appear in front of Congress and the Senate to tell them about who I am and what I do and how I do things. Yes?
Yes.
Do you mind raising your right? Can you raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I swear.
You can put your hand down. Oh, put your hand back up again. Under penalty of capital life felony. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You can put it down. That's exactly what's going to happen if they ever question my character or the way how I do things. And if anyone ever paints a picture that I'm unethical or immoral, that I don't keep my precept, please take the stand and tell them.
But yeah, I will.
The recency and frequency of the way how I do things. No monk's ever done this. No monk's ever dragged their best friends out and then make them swear under oath. Ta-da! Out in the whole world. And just because Austin, I so happens to earn the title somewhere down the line of a celebrity monk, and I don't exempt praise and blame, as you can see some comments over here, right? It's just whatever. It's the world. No one exempt praise or blame.
Right.
Even when you become a practitioner, you will be subject to praise and blame.
Mm-hmm.
Like my own dad once received a complaint from the Florida bar. And I was like, what? Really? And I actually questioned his integrity. Because
why?
Oh, because people didn't like how their case went.
Oh, I see.
And the Florida bar came down on him. And I was like, hey, Dad, let me ask you something. And I had to take the position of the jury to ask him questions. And I was like, okay. But I still had this suspicious eye. And I'm like, are you sure you like, you know what I mean? So again, my dad is the most ethical man ever walked on the face of the planet.
Good. Yeah, I believe it.
Like,
I know it to be true.
You have people from all over the country coming for him to work their immigration cases because of high success rate and how it is done. So it's just to show that no one exempt praise or blame. There's joy, there's sorrow, there's a whole mixture of being human, the art of being human. How was your stay so far here?
Peaceful. Really good to spend time with family, to see you. Just a refreshing, recharging visit.
What's your best part down here?
Just candid, intimate, memorable moments with loved ones and close ones. Those you cherish and hold forever. So
cherish and hold. We were at the beach yesterday, Clearwater Beach. We went and have had fun out there in public. Interviewed Gen Zoomers running around the beach. That was a lot of fun until we got to the middle of Clearwater Beach and this wonderful woman. I will reserve and not paint the adjectives necessary, just because I don't want to be seen as someone who's
very memorable.
We have a lot of inside jokes as a direct result of some of these public things that unfold in public, where people are drunk and then they're like, and then they try to talk to me, and then Austin is standing there watching all of this unfold, and it was like HBO unfolding.
Oh my goodness.
And it was captured on my GoPro. So again, ask this guy for it. He will have control over the external hard drives if I ever go places. Just that will be shared with. So What else do I want to say? I hope to visit Austin soon in March or April, to visit Callie, one of my teachers over there. And I hope to see him. And I need a break. It's been 7 years since I've left. I've been a monk for 7 years, going on 8. And, it's very necessary trip to visit all of you across the country to discuss necessary things to expand Buddhism and programs. And the one thing I wanted to address was that if I ever ask you to be on the board of trustee, or if I establish a nonprofit organization, will you be so kind to accept that position?
Absolutely.
And you know that the federal government, according to 501c3, can and will question your position in the nonprofit of a monastery or any nonprofit organization about how we do things, how we handle money, how we disperse money, if we use money judiciously. You understand that you can be questioned by federal governments and agents.
Fully.
Yes. Okay. So down the road, if ever I establish a board of trustees, establish a board of good, qualifying, authentic, experienced, ethical people, Austin would definitely be in one of them. And whoever I appoint with supreme level of discretion, with the utmost level of scientific measurements that they are fit to sit on such board, to help me guide the expansion of Buddhism, my school, my cause, everything that we're trying to do in Buddhism. So I just wanted to make that public. And if you ever forget, go back to this video. Things are moving quite fairly quickly. I think, that everyone right now is watching this, and time's slow. It's not going to be slow for both of us and the future of Buddhism, as I'm having very necessary talks with senior members of the Theravadan Council, senior members of the Theravadan tradition, and most venerables and His Holiness, and the many of His Holinesses out there, actually, to affect causes. And the Pope just died. Pope Benedict just died. And what did he do in his life again? What was the title that they put about him? Bringing a deep sense of understanding, spreading the Catholic world, and all of these things. And it was just messages for people like me, messages for monks, modern day monks, millennial monks, or Gen Z monks, of that this is our time to make a lasting impression, bringing deep and everlasting peace to people, or as deep and everlasting as it is ever going to get, right? And so, we can stay with the heritage of the bhikkhus and remain forest-like practice, or according to the Vinaya, and watch the world burn, which is what I'm doing, watching the world burn, watch every state burn. And now Canada is burning with the rate of fire, with the rate of violence and hate. Or we step into the howling wind and start amending rules, the 227 rules necessary to affect the purpose, the clinical application, implementation, engaged Buddhism out in the world. How does each monk define their life and the impact that you're about to bring to the world? That's a conversation that all of us monastics need to have. I am very well aware of the 227 rules and amendments from Thailand, amendments from Vietnam, to the Vinaya, the Dhamma Vinaya. So therefore, Austin is one of a few that will be selected on my panel of the judiciary and the tribunal and the cabinet of advisors and advisors to the venerable, when it comes to these very touching and socially charged topics, and sensitive across the board in Buddhism, and all the whole shebang, 9 yards, 10 yards of praise and blame into the actions, thoughts, and speech that we are about to do Buddhism Without Borders program. Therefore, when a celebrity monk wants to affect major dramatic change in the world, to see the world be a better place, less violent, keeping the precept, the application of the threefold training, he needs to have a good advisory board that will make sure everything is in check with everything else. And it's just basically, it's like the White House full of cabinets to advise the president of what's going on and everything else. I think you all get the picture clearly. I have aged 158 years thinking about all of this over the past 7 years of being a monk. I find it harder to smile by the days because of the so many rules that I have to go by. I have probably killed billions of brain cells trying to tailor certain talks necessary for all of you to understand where I'm coming from. However, I have left a wealth of information, a wealth of self-disclosure and how I do things and who I am for all of you to examine, to trust, to learn to trust, to examine, to reflect, and to offer your opinion, recommendations. I'm all ears for that. So I just wanted to make this very public about, Austin, where he's at with me, where we've been as friends, his testimony to my ethics and morality, his observations of my life, his direct knowledge and experience of everything that I've been doing. I mean, this guy has put his microscope on my life, in my life, and he knows from head to toe. And so one day I hope for you to sit on the panel and people will ask a lot of questions about me and ask a lot of questions about our cause. And if it ever gets that big, prepare to have fun with the public. Through direct examination and cross-examinations. It's necessary. Everything we're doing here is to affect change in the world. I don't mind it. I don't mind the headaches, and I don't mind the heartaches, because when we live life right, good life equals good death, and live a life without regret. Just to know the actual meaning of impacting the world before you die is a very peaceful feeling. Just again, I don't think anyone really fully comprehend that to the profound and deep meaning, the magnitude of that, until you yourself have done it yourself, have dedicated your body, speech, and mind for the benefit of humanity and the meaning behind that. So blessed are those who really meditate on these words. Anything else you'd like to add to the people, Austin? I know you're just getting late at night, and both of our brains are kind of.
No, I've just been listening to you and taking
any advice to the people in regards to meditation, Buddhism, all of our practice?
I did see a comment. Someone said that they've done it, but it gives them anxiety. It's just really about your mindset, and like someone mentioned, just focus on your breathing. Because I also sometimes suffer from anxiety, but I found great relief with meditation. I recommend the guided meditation. Look back at some of Venerable's videos, or even if you go on YouTube, you can find some very useful videos where you can practice it. Just try to find a good spot and sit there and just focus on your breathing and then go from there. But I found great relief with it, as
So do the CBT program on my YouTube and send me a message if you have anxiety. When anyone who has issues with meditation, that's why I'm here, to help you through the process and identify target specific issues that is obstructing your progress, growth, and development. What surprises me is that Austin here is quite analytical, and sometimes he's not simple, and sometimes he don't think simple. But to have a sample human of the population come and try the meditation that I did, that was recorded live on YouTube. Go back to it, folks. Go see it. Yes, CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. To see a man that could be complicated at times, be so simple and simple in the moment, and to receive the results of that was amazing. And nowadays, all of us are very analytical and psychological, and we just complicate our life. Something I call impossibly complicated problems that we have created for ourselves. And so, therefore, we need to think more simply and to resolve anxiety as necessary and just move. We have the best available science than ever before in history of mankind to move about our depression, anxiety, PTSD, bipolar, all of the DSM-5 diagnosis. We have all the science to help you mitigate those symptoms. There's no reason why we're sitting at home watching Netflix and still complaining about our DSM-5 diagnosis. Um, Anything else you want to add
in regards to
besides that right there? Anything that you can think of to encourage people about spirituality, knowing themselves, encourage people about going through pain, suffering, making meaning in life, any purpose in life?
It's very loaded, but let me think about it. Just honestly, like to kind of about piggyback off of meditation, just really focus on this, what your body is telling you. Focus on your mental health. Focus on what you're thinking. Reflect on what you're thinking. Just all of those things, and then like with meditation, can be very helpful if you know how to combat them together. So, yeah, you've said a lot of very useful things.
We didn't prepare this talk, and we have lived very limited time with each other, and every time we put these talks up, it's like 12 o'clock at night. It's 12:21 now.
And food has made us stupid.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. At least me. But no, I'm listening to everything.
I've been receiving a lot of messages on my Instagram, so I don't know what video out there is circulating, but you guys are getting a kick out of it.
Oh, I would say though, the few videos that we've taken together that you posted of us, if anyone wants to really like get an insight on meditation or practice it, I would recommend going to those videos, because those are the videos that gave me what I'm feeling or felt towards meditation and how I'm going to use it moving forward. So I would highly recommend checking those videos out.
Will you say hi to Vanina, the yoga teacher? She just wrote to you right there. Read that. You see it? You see it?
I'm wearing my contacts.
Great to have met Austin the other day. Safe travel back home to LA. Why don't you tell her about?
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, because Austin couldn't move that much in yoga class, but she was kind enough to allow Austin to participate with me. But next time Austin will do a split in the class.
Oh yes, I really wanted to partake in that, and it was great, by the way. So next time if we ever meet up, I would love to do your class properly.
Next time Austin promised he'll do a triple backflip and do a split. He will make Olympic sports look like a joke. Can you do that?
I'll try to. No, it was very good and very effective. I liked it.
Good.
Even though I couldn't partake. But
I don't think I have anything else. My mind is fried right about now because before eating that snack, I had a lot to say, but I think I hit it all on point. But all of the key points have been displayed here uniformly, hopefully comprehensively and effectively. But if I need to add anything else, I will add it across the world like I'm doing now. Again, one of the thing about me is transparency, uniformity, and no hidden agendas when it comes to my nature, scope, and practice for the people. And it is the people above all. It is the people first. It is what the Buddha wanted us to do, is to serve the people. And so we are doing that. Vanina said, Gita will be a yoga expert by the time you come back, Austin.
Oh, I bet. I don't doubt it.
Apparently, one day I will take yoga philosophy, and I work well with Thomas, who is a very young yoga instructor. So RYT 300, I think. Anyway, it's just a lot to study out there. Gosh, 21 years of studying. This head is like the library. But anyways, I think this would do it. We need to probably wrap it up so that you can go home and pack. But we really thank everyone for watching and giving us your attention. We hope Austin the very best, as he will be frontline in the medical field, as we need more people in the medical field of caring, loving, acceptance, compassion, and kindness for all humans, and to practice medicine the right way.
Mm.
Nursing philosophy, and what is happening here? Oh, I don't know what's going on with TikTok. Oh, so I have no doubt Austin will be just fine. He has great, wonderful parents and wonderful direction in life. Just it's just so much things right about Austin. Again, my choices of friends in life was not wrong. Rarely, I would say 95% success rate with choosing friends.
Mm.
The other five being not so undesirable because due to lack of sufficient science that I was not aware of in choosing humans. But for the rest, your friends speak volumes about you, and choose better friends, the wise friend, the Kalyana Mita. And Austin has been there. I wanted to close up with this. It's that I really appreciate you. I need to tell you this just in case I die.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, don't die.
I'm not gonna die.
Okay.
But in Buddhism, we're like very morbid about death and
Okay.
the practice of death meditation. But like Jake died. Like I had dinner with him, then the next day he died, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me?"
Mm.
Like that's what caused me to become a monk when my other best friend died. So I just want to say I really appreciate you answering your phone
Yes.
and talking to me and listening to me whine and moan, and we won't say the other word, but it. I don't really talk much to anyone. You know that.
Mhm.
Perhaps I speak to like 3 close humans in my monk life. And before becoming a monk, I had a good uh, circle of friends. But then after that, I took my 1 year silent retreat and learned to be in solitude and all of the literally dead on point surgical precision with the practice of the Theravada tradition. And sometimes with the thousands of people that I cater to and counsel, it's frustrating when students don't do their homework. It's frustrating for all these things. That's why I said that the best way to honor your teacher, the best way to honor your teacher is to do the darn work and meditate and move quite fairly, on point with it. Because, you're be a good burden is what they say in Thailand. In Thailand, the teacher and the student ask each other to be, will you be my burden? And I said, yes. Well, then damn it, be a good burden. And don't take advantage of the system. Don't take advantage of the free Buddhist education, meditation, and counseling, and then fall off the wagon. But all of you have received effective services and effective counseling and effective deliverance from me directly because Austin is there to listen. Yeah, I do need a vent. Yeah, I do, clearly. And Austin have made an impact here while on vacation in serving as an expert eye and becoming an informal supervisory therapist when I need to consult in some of the cases that was down here in his presence.
I would just like it to be known, don't change anything. You are one of the few people who I feel truly at peace with when I'm around talking to. So I'm very grateful and glad to have you in my life. So
Yeah, we men are just dying. That's because of loneliness and just our emotional components. Men are just dying. We know that women live longer than men. We know that men have more psychological issues, more physical health issues, and stuff like that. So again, to all the men out there, gay, straight, LGBTQIA plus, whatever, all of you need to reach out for therapy. You need to reach out. You can't solve your problem with a duct tape and hold it in and thinking you're macho macho. You're not. And when Jake passed away, and I was, in position of public trust and wearing a uniform, I cried and I just cried. Darn it, it's healthy to cry. Um, and I think we have the relationship that we have is because we value our health, our friendship. We know that it is healthy, it's necessary. We know that it is healing when we attend to each other and exercise deep listening skills.
And we go through real and raw emotions and experiences together. So
Yeah, just to just get darn by in this lifetime, and it is exactly what propelled me.
It's a lifetime. It is.
It's This is why I don't want to come back to as being a human. It is a favorable rebirth realm, but I don't I don't want to ever come back as a human. I need to be an arahant, a fully enlightened being. And damn it, I will try my best to get as close as to an arahant as possible in this tradition. So, but this captures how human we are, just how human I am, and some of the struggles that I go through as a one man to do it all, especially when funding start drying up. It's been dried up for past 2 years. Lack of CBT books, and even this thing back here, Austin, it's splitting in half, and I have to order another one.
Okay.
So it's never-ending issues of amongst life in the monastic and the minimum, and it's like, okay, I'm not gonna complain anymore. I've already complained enough with my other talks. So, anyways, you are very valued. I hold you in very high esteem, and you should really know that.
The feeling is mutual. It is.
Like, the love I have for you is like huge. and I would look 138 years old without you. Right? I would be a
Same as me.
fossil. I would be a fossil without you, because I think you've sat in on some of the counselings and listened and observed and just measuring my life. I think you just see.
Well, if you're a fossil, we're fossils in this together. Because both of us have been through it.
Yeah. Okay, I don't think I have any more to say. I think if you analyze my eyes, you can see that we're getting there. Like bedtime, bedtime, up at 8. So may you all. Let's give everyone a blessing. Hands together. Let's. Ooh.
Feeling that fossil.
My butt is asleep.
Fossilization.
Oh God. Goodness Christ. Just how human. Thank you to Austin and all of you who have supported me and my cause and my mission over the past days, in the days of yesterdays, today, and in the forthcoming days. Thank you all for dedicating your body, speech, and thank you all for giving your time, energy, and effort. Thank you, Austin, for bringing his presence. Everything. May you reflect on all the good things that you have done, reflect on the impact that you have made in the world, and how that will contribute to what's right and what is what we need most in the world. May you reflect what Buddhism can do for you. May you know what it's like to be at peace after practicing meditation. My blessing and encouragement for all of you to continue ardent in your practice, ardent in your studies. Never tired of studying, never tired of practicing meditation. May you all realize the light of your own true nature. May your heart always remain open so that love can find its way in. You all be healed and be a true source of healing for other people. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay.